Check. Check.
Check.
Check. Thank you very much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe she deserves a round of applause. Just the clapping emoji there. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Of course, if you are in the chat room, you can always see the hashtag. So for those who want to be a part of that, our grand competition, that's to win our grand prize of an iPhone 12, all you need to do is just take a picture of you wearing collar, take a picture of you wearing our collar with your hands raised up, and hashtag I choose to challenge, hashtag Ikeja Electric IWD21. Ikeja Electric, as you can see what she's doing, exactly what you have to do. I will have, I would have really loved if she could be a part of this because I will vote for her to win because her iPhone she have used eye away. It's just phone that is remaining inside. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, at this point we're about to take it a step further. We'll be having our very own Bisola. I believe you're ready for us to invite the next speaker for this beautiful morning. Bisola, over to you. Check, 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 check.
massively of Jesus. And the Holy Spirit is my lecturer. And I'm going to tell you how he lectures me every day. So doing, you need God in your life. Go to him in prayer. Believe there's a living God. He said in Psalm 24, the earth and those that dwell in it belongs to him. Why I'm able to achieve all that I did today, or where I am today, I started with him and I continue to be with God forever. I was once a trader. I started with 2,500 naira, my business, borrowed and returned. But each time I tell God, if he enlarged my coast, and he keep on enlarging my coast. Yes, I was a Michelin dealer. And out of 600 men, I'm the only woman there. And out of the only woman that is there, the 600 men, I earn ambassadorship 5 consecutive years. The white man there from Poland, or from Germany, from France said, "Madam, are you able to make all this?" And I always tell him that it's with God. How do I come about power business? Yes, I went to God in prayer that I need to help my family. I need to help my siblings. And I went to God in prayer for 7 days. Do not forget that I've told you that without God, I cannot do anything today. And that is why it's in me journey day and night. Because it said in Jeremiah 29:11-12, this of a great hope and a great confidence and a great future. So they go into me in prayer, and I went to God in prayer, and he said, "Moji, my daughter, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what you are going to become. I'm going to connect you with Engineer Makoju. I've never known him in Adam in my life. In Adam. And God orchestrated it until I come across Engineer Makoju, and who took me to power business. And my first contract, I did it with wisdom, supply transformer. I make sure I give the best. And Engineer Makoju has known my performance in Nellivan Cement, that I'm always a woman of quality, not quantity. I want the best in my country, and I'm accountable to God. And God told me I will make white people to serve you. Today they are serving me. So, and I came about going to NEPA, then, not PSN, NEPA. I met with Engineer Wiloye, and they wanted to give a contract of meter. He said, "Madam, you are not an engineer, you can't do it." I said, "Mind you, sir, I'm a business lady, and I can tell you I will do the administration side of it. I will employ an engineer, and I will work in the administrative part of it, and I read the financial and everything." He tried to discourage me, but I didn't. I lied. And to God be the glory, I brought in the meter and was the best. So whenever they give us any business, any contract or works order, I make sure I do my own first. And when they ask me to bring 1,000, I'm making them 5,000. Because God taught me, I said I will never leave God. The Holy Spirit always teach me. I went to Elephant Cement one day, and they said, "Madam, do you have craft?" I have the craft then. I said, "Yes, sir." And they said, "How many do you have?" The Lord said, "Don't answer them. Ask them how many do they want." How can you use a question to ask a question? And I said, "Wow, how many do you want?" And he said, 3,000. I said, "Yes, I can give it to you, but then I have only 2,500. Then I started supplying them slowly. I quickly make order for 4,000. By the time I supplied them 3,500, I gave them almost 4,000, and they took it from me. So the principle that guide you where your plan is called, go to God in prayer. Don't be afraid to fast. I fast a lot. I fast when I'm even pregnant. I pray to God day and night. And I would like to tell you that even the Keja chairman, one of your chairman, and Mr. Kola too, is a prayer warrior. I know him, and we met and we talk. Anytime Mama had night vigil, and I always pray with him and we talk sometimes. So make sure you go to God in prayer in anything. And Isaiah 48:17 says, I will direct you the way you should go. Number two policy is making sure you're a woman of integrity, a woman of your word, righteousness, uprightness. Don't trade anything with it less. Be a woman of yes and a man of no. Let people know you for uprightness and righteousness. Because righteousness exaltation according to Proverbs 14:34. When you are known for quality, you are known for uprightness, people will patronize you. They will rely on you. We pray for wisdom day and night. It's wisdom that I used to answer them. When the man said, how many do you have? And I said, how many do you have? God told me to ask him like that, and I did. And since that time, I count wisdom as number 2 priority after God. So that you get number 2 priority after God. You must make sure you read the wisdom book, you listen to other people's wisdom. Don't say you are Mr. Tuno or Madam Tuno or you are PhD. Somebody of school side or anybody like me can advise you and be the best. Don't be too know yourself. Don't be over too confident of yourself. Be confident of yourself. Have faith in God. Have faith in yourself. And don't ever take no for an answer. When you know you are right, stand on your yes and prove that yes. And you are courageous. What do I say? Courageous. That you can do it, you can make it. And ready for correction. Correction. Correct you. Don't think you know it all. Engineer John Adon corrected my FD meter for so long. I don't know how many minutes work for me. Be hardworking. Be very, very hardworking. And humble yourself. Even 48 hours in a day is not enough for me to work. I'm 68 years plus and I love working. Hardworking. I love working. I can work overnight. Then make sure you are disciplined. Make sure you discipline yourself and love others. Show love, agape love. You cannot be hostile to your staff or your people working with you. You must take them like family so that can have a goal together. A goal that means success. Will I tell you today that people that have been working with me for 30 years are still there? Hallelujah. Not only that, the fact that I love you does not mean I cannot discipline you. I will discipline you with love. I will discipline you with love. Don't tolerate nonsense, but I can as well care for you and love you. Then, as a woman, you must not leave your home unattended to. Your children must not discipline. You must pray for them. I pray for the present MD, wisdom of God that God should give to him, to her. And I make sure I take care of my children. I don't play with my children. Don't play with your children because when you remove the crown, they are the one you are going to put it on their head. And that's why today I'm proud that MD is my offering and it's my womb. It came out of my womb. My womb came out of my womb. She may go to the university about me. Thank God I said that. I'm proud of her today. I'm proud of her today. It's very prayerful. It's very prayer word as well. So you must and you must make sure you give back to the public. Give back to the public and less privilege. Don't be stingy to yourself. Don't be stingy and don't take failure at the end of your race. Where you fail today, tomorrow you pass. Engineer Adiolu corrected me on MD meter that we are supplying to the whole Nigeria today. 6 months. We keep on going to but I'm coming back. You want to, and I'm having to, oh, madam, you have to correct this way. Okay, sir. Oh, madam, okay, sir. Don't be too proud. I humble myself even to the security. There is nothing difficult for me to do because Jesus himself humble and God said, I will respect the humble. So don't say no to any correction. And you see, with all this quality I've told you, with all this principle, I tell you, your crown shall be exalted in Jesus' name. So as an engineer, people believe that a woman cannot be an engineer. You need to put more effort. Let those men know that you can do better than them. 600 men in the field of Michelin business, I earned 5 times ambassadorship. 5 times. The day my engagement with my husband, how do you do the food to my you never think you on answer. You never think you on answer. You never think you on answer. So, but whenever you are answering whenever you are answering the right place, whenever you are on the wrong side. And I pray that God in His mercy give you the wisdom to do. On giving back to the public, make sure you have the less privileged. You don't know. Some of them may be president. Today we have an NGO where I pick points on the road, less privileged, dirty as they are. The director not to deal with criminal people. I say, God, there's no criminal, there's nobody into crime in our family. I will like people say, don't worry, you have to take care of that. There's no say, don't worry, you have to take care of that. So then wrong. Today I'm so angry now. Today I'm so angry now. Online. I am so happy. Most of them they are aware about almost 10 university graduates.
All right. It's like we lost our audio. It's like we lost our audio. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for still being a part of this. We really, really appreciate you. If you have not joined our hashtag, it will be fun. We would like to see pictures. Some people have started taking pictures and they are looking for beautiful background to do that. But yes, we are still on. Thank you so much. Because if that's all she has to say for today, I think it's more than enough because she said so much. She has loaded us already. She has loaded us already. We need more female engineers. We need more. In fact, I need a female engineer in my house as I speak to you right now. Because as I'm speaking to you, my fridge is shocking me, and I'm still shocked now. Because in the morning it shocked me, in the night it shocked me. Sometimes I just move around and nothing is happening. I'm not touching my fridge, but something is shocking me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for still being a part of this. And I would like to let you all know that for today, it's going to be a little bit different because we'll be giving out a gift card to some people who will be winning some things. So very quickly, right before we have very quickly we'll be having her back. She's back now, so please just continue. I know the audio might be a little clumsy, but please just bear with us. Trust me, what you need to hear, you will hear it. Thank you very much. Over to you, man. Thank you very much. Over to you, man. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Oh, okay, then you still to talk. Okay, let me just recap all that I've told you. That to wear your crown continually, you have to be a woman of integrity. Don't trade on righteousness. Don't ever trade with it. When you wear the crown of righteousness, you excel in all areas. Do not forget to make sure wisdom is a key you ask for more and more. Hardworking, humbleness, love, caring, discipline, discipline, and all these things, it shall be given unto you. As an engineer, you even have more brave. You are more courageous. Wow! Whenever I see a lady engineer, I have one of them in my office. Her name is called Ayo Alakil. Presently, my company have sent her to London now to go and read more. This lady, she's a gem and it's a gift to the company. I pray anybody that's going to marry her will enjoy her. She's very brave. She's very courageous. She's hardworking. She can work like me. I told you, if 48 hours is in a day, it's not enough for me to work. This lady, she's very, very hardworking. I called, I say, Ayo, I want you to be top tomorrow. When MD decide to go and live in America, I want you to be an MD tomorrow. MD of Mojek Power and other section, because Mojek has Mojek Mining, Mojek Agric, and many other places. And I said, come on, put on the letter. And she did. Presently, she's now in America, and she's now in England, studying. I was still paying her salary because I can't eat as study vacation. So to me, I want to encourage more women to be more brave, be hardworking, be upright, and be outspoken. Don't keep your mouth shut. I don't say that somebody is a PhD and I will not talk to you. I will talk to you. You understand my Nigerian English, not like MD American English or like your MD for like a British English. Ours is Nigeria pure Africa English. God bless you all. I love you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are eternally grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions for her, please go to the question and answer session and type in your questions, because very shortly we'll be taking them right about now. Yes, yes. You hear me now?
Humility, giving back. Larry, I'm doing your job. Can I stop now?
Thank you very much, ma, for those accolades. Thank you. You are making me blush. I feel like a beautiful woman already. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, while we were having that session, a very important person, one of our keynote speakers, just joined us, and we are so happy to have her here now. She celebrated her birthday recently, and we are so honored to have her here. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, please type a lot of claps for none other than our very own Tara Fela-Durotoye. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, since we have her here, and she looks like one of Africa's finest artists, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do something now. We will be having a very short music, and all you need to do for you to win my prize, because there's a prize to be won now, all you need to do for you to win my prize, my 5,000 naira gift voucher, is to tell me the name of the artist that sang the song and the title of the song. Trust me, this is African. I'm not taking you to foreign land because they might deny you visa. So let's just stay in Africa. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? DJ, you play that song. All you need to do is just tell me the title of the song and the name of the artist. If you're ready, just type ready on the comment section. Let me see it real quick. If you're ready, just type ready to win my 5,000 naira gift voucher. Yes. I'm psyched up. Yes. Keep coming. Are you ready now? Okay, DJ, play. The first person to write it will be getting my 5,000 naira gift voucher. Are you ready? Let's do it. Bring it down. What is the name of the artist that sang that song and the title of the song? The name of the artist. Somebody said Serena Williams. She does not sing now. Somebody's writing. Somebody's writing. Who wrote Tokpa Alabi? There's no Tokpa Alabi now.
Oh Lord, someone wrote Ketenshaw.
Ketenshaw Bawo has a sound. So, ladies and gentlemen, the answer is Nkomboti by Yvonne Shaka Shaka. And in case you don't know, when she sang that song, her hair looks exactly like our very own Tara Feladrutu. That's why I remember the song. So, who is the winner? Please, can you help me check who the winner is? Who wrote it first? Nkomboti by Yvonne Shaka Shaka. And our winner for this first prize is none other than Adebisi Banjo. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you, Adebisi Banjo. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Keep typing your questions in the question and answer session. Keep typing your questions because we'll be doing it now. Let's just take one more and then we'll move on to the question and answer. Are you ready, DJ? Give it to them. The title of the song and the name of the artist.
You don't impress me 'cause you travel.
Bring it down. The title of the song and the name of the artist. Some people are just very personal. Instead of Tiwa Savage, they wrote T1 Savage. Yeah, I'm still seeing answers. And the winner is... Drum roll, drum roll. Drum roll, drum roll. The winner is Amina Lewis. Congratulations to you, Amina Lewis. You just won yourself 5,000 naira gift card. Congratulations to you. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be handing you over to our very own, of course, my partner here. Ladies and gentlemen, before they zoom into my partner, I need you to know that right here, right now, I'm feeling like a king. But though she's not my queen in real life, but right here, she's a queen. She's a queen already. This is Coming to America 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my co-host. Yes. Can you see that crown? Can you see the crown I had? Your crown is blending in with the white background, but sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, right now we'll just take the questions. Take the questions. We'll take the questions. Just give them the question. So if you can answer these questions, ladies and gentlemen, you'll also win a gift card.
Good morning, ladies. I trust we're all having fun. Okay, so this morning we've got loads of gifts for you. I have 5 questions, and please would like you to type as quickly as you can in the chat box. Okay, the first question. How many females are members of the executive management team in IE? Can you hear me?
How many females are in the executive management team in IE? That's the question. How many females do we have at the executive management team in IE? Somebody wrote 5. I didn't see how many people are running your house. I say, yeah. Okay, yes, you are getting answers. You are getting answers. Someone is about to win something else. Someone is about to win something else. And the answer is...
5.
The answer is 5. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And the winner is Olubumi Fapiebi. Congratulations,
Congratulations,
ma'am.
Olubumi Fafiebi. Please don't forget to collect your gift voucher.
Okay, and the second question, what is the theme for the IWD 2021? The theme for this event? 20,
What is the theme for this event? What is the theme for this event? Is not I pass my neighbor. What is the theme for this event? What is the theme for this event? And the winner is. And let me say this before we call the winner. In case you are using China phone, your answer will come in after we call the next keynote speaker. So don't worry yourself. That's the consequence of using phone that have radio and television memory card, one transformer, one, as in only your phone will be having the same problem cars used to have. You will make call for 1 minute, your phone will be doing overheating. God will help us. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Chioma Uzodinma. Congratulations to you, Chioma Uzodinma. Don't worry, we have your names here. Chioma Uzodinma, congratulations to you. You just won the next voucher, the next gift voucher. If you're ready for this next one, please can you type ready, ready, ready? Because we're about to give out the last one for now. We're about to give out the last one for now. If you're ready, just type in ready, ready, ready. And if you want your friend to be a part of this, please call them. Tell them we are dashing people things. As in, I'm so lucky to be a woman. I'm so lucky to be a woman. Hey, I'm not a woman to real long. I'm so lucky to. This is Santa in March.
okay,
The
and
last question.
our final question for this segment is, what is the name of the Minister of Finance?
What is the name of the Minister of Finance?
Ladies, please do this. Type quickly.
The name of the Minister of Finance. If you Google it, your phone will hang. I promise you. If you Google it, your phone will hang. Your data will finish unexpected. And your charger will now blow. Somebody in the studio said, Larry, I'm not shaking. It's just painful if somebody is big going at this kind of. Are you big going? Are you cheating? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Ifoma Unyane. Congratulations to you. Ifoma Unyane. Congratulations to you.
Congrats, Ifoma.
Congratulations to you. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we about to move on to the next thing we have on the agenda. And this is quite important, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll be handing over to our very own Bisola to take it up from here, and then we'll invite her. Thank you very much. Bisola, over to you.
Thank you very much, Larry. And thank you very much, Mrs. Abdul. That was a wonderful presentation. Since there are no questions from Mrs. Abdul, and if you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment box. But we need to move on the agenda and move to the next speaker. Our next speaker is a beauty entrepreneur who pioneered the professional makeup industry in Nigeria in the late 1990s. She's the founder and current CEO of House of Tara International. She's considered a major force in the Nigerian female entrepreneurship community, having created an impactful business that has empowered tens of thousands of beauty entrepreneurs through the Tara Beauty Entrepreneur Initiative. Under her leadership, House of Tara emerged one of Jobberman's best 100 companies to work for in Nigeria in 2017 and continues to be considered the #1 indigenous makeup brand for Nigerian women. She has received several national and international awards for her contribution to the industry and active role in entrepreneurship and empowerment. She's also been awarded as the most outstanding businesswoman of the year 2018 by the African Economic Builders Awards at Abidjan in in 2018, she received the African Makeup Icon Award by Ghana Makeup Awards. She also got the Leadership Award for Entrepreneurship by Harvard Business School Association of Nigeria. In 2019, she won the Award of Excellence for Social Impact and Job Creation and a national recognition by the Vice President of Nigeria. In 2013, she was on the Forbes list of 20 young power women in Africa, and recently in 2020, the top 50 most powerful women in Africa. She was also recognized by the World Economic Forum as a young global leader in 2013, and the Choiceful Institute of France top 100 young African business leaders under 40 in 2014. She's an alumni of the Lagos Business School's Chief Executive Program, INSEAD Abu Dhabi, Yale University, the Stanford Seed Transformation Program, and the Harvard Kennedy School, having completed the Global Leadership and Public Policy in the 21st century. She's a member of the France-Nigeria Investment Club, established in 2018 by the French President Emmanuel Macron. She serves on several boards, which include the Bridge International Academy, the African Women Entrepreneurship Cooperative, AWEC, New York, and she's an associate member of Women in Management and Business, WIMBIZ. Speaking on the topic, silencing self-doubt, do it afraid, this speaker will share with us her story as a brand builder and how she has and is empowering and training a new generation of female entrepreneurs to follow in her footsteps and continue her legacy. Let's give a powerful welcome to an inspirational role model and mentor, Mrs. Tara Fela Durotoye.
Good morning, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. Thank you for such a powerful presentation. Ladies, did you notice when she said, take care of the family front? Because when you take care of the family front, when you wear your crown, you're going to have to take it off and hand it over to your children. You're going to put it on the head of your child. So that's one of the most important things about taking care of the home front. That was very, very powerful, very, very powerful. Thank you for talking about integrity and giving quality. You know, integrity and quality is the same, it's excellence, right? And thank you for being a true representation of the kind of woman that we should all be, a prayerful mother as well, and committed to the nation as well. Thank you very, very much. My dear friend Folake, congratulations on 1 year of being CEO and MD of Ikeja Electric. I'm super proud of you. Thank you for such an inspirational opening remark this morning. I was fired up and excited just listening to you. Thank you for the invitation as well to speak. I'll start by, I want to give a gift to people who are out there, and I want to test you people how much you know about House of Tara. Is anybody there that's interested in getting a gift from me today? If you are, I want to see you in the chat room. I want to see your hands being raised up. I have a goodie bag. Are you interested in a goodie bag? Okay, fantastic. So the question I have for you is we have branches across the country. We're in every major city in Nigeria. But I'll make it easier for you and say in Lagos, we have 5 branches, okay? 5 branches. You can tell me 2 locations in Lagos. 2 locations where you can find a House of Tara makeup studio. I'll give you a gift. The fastest hand. Fastest hand. Just 2. Are you guys watching? Have we found somebody who can give us 2? The first
I found it now. Esther Darba.
What'd she say?
Amuwo and Ikeja.
Yay! Fantastic. Okay, so let's start. Thank you. You're going to get your gift. And thank you for having me here as well. When I saw the topic of silencing doubt, doing it afraid, I remember the first time I heard the phrase, do it afraid. I heard it from an older friend, now 63 years old, but many years ago we had a chat, and she said to me she wanted to start a project and she was afraid that she may fail on that project. As she spoke to me, I thought to myself, this woman has been in business for so many years. At least at that time, 16 years she'd been in business. And she was telling me she was afraid. And then I said, Auntie, Are you always afraid? She said, yes, I'm always afraid. What I'm telling you now is what happens to me every time I have a new project that I'm working on. And I remember Falake also referencing being afraid when she was appointed to that position. So what you see is not that women are not afraid, it's that they're afraid, but they still go ahead and do it. And she shared with me her fears. And I recalled many projects that she'd done. Um, um, Projects on breast cancer awareness, projects on depression awareness, projects on pushing brands, female brands, highlighting names of women that we never heard about through her platform over and over again. So I asked myself, do you mean at every point in time when she did these things, she was afraid? But she was afraid, but what did she do? She went ahead to do it. You do not respond to fear with thoughts, you respond to fear with action. And you heard Mommy Abdul, when she was talking, you could hear that she's an action woman. She's an action woman, right? And here you can't respond to doubt. When you have doubt, you can't respond to doubt by your thoughts, by your silence. You respond to your thought by the action that you take. So I read a book written by Bill Gates' father called Showing Up for Life. And I remember thinking to myself the phrase showing up for life. What is it about showing up? Every time I get speaking engagements, I've been in the speaking circuit for maybe about 8 years, 9 years. I get invited across the world to speak on multiple topics. But every time I get invited, I still have butterflies in my belly. This morning, I had butterflies. Yesterday, I had butterflies. I think I was even more nervous because it was my friend who was inviting me. So I need to show up heavily on her behalf. So the pressure was too much, right? But the pressure is there and the butterflies still exist. But guess what? I have never responded to the butterflies by inaction. I responded by showing up. And that's what I'm here again to do, show up. What am I calling women to do today is that recognizing the fact, acknowledging the fact that you have these moments of vulnerability, these moments where you are afraid, these moments when you are unsure, that it's not unique to only you, that the biggest and the best have it. The ones who have succeeded have it. The ones who are succeeding have it. And so if they have it, then there's nothing wrong about you having it. The most important thing is to be aware, to have a strong sense of awareness. So one, be aware, be real to yourself. Like I've said to you now, I'm nervous. My auntie said to me, she's been afraid. She's had a project, but she's been afraid. For like I said earlier on, she was afraid when she was given the nomination. Acknowledge. So what have we done? We've acknowledged it. But we have acknowledged, but we have not accepted it. For like I didn't say, because I am afraid, therefore I do not accept it. No, she accepted it, ensured that she was exposed to mentorship, ensured that she read, listened to podcasts, read books to make herself better prepared for the role as opposed to stepping back. So one, you have to be aware. Two, you have to acknowledge that you have these issues, but do not accept it. Lastly, you need to affirm yourself. Mommy talked about that as well. She said you have to be confident in yourself and confident in your God. Don't take no for an answer. That statement, don't take no for an answer, comes from a place of affirmation. But you have to be able to affirm, you have to train yourself to be a warrior. You have to train yourself to show up. You have to train yourself to be a warrior. I mean, people have different ways of affirming themselves. I look at myself, for example. How do I affirm myself? I have certain quotes that I have memorized. And every time I feel uncertainty, I make those quotes, I say them to myself. I know a friend of mine who affirms herself listening to certain podcasts and listening to certain speakers who motivate her. You need to find what is it that affirms you. I saw a friend of mine 2 nights ago and I said to her, I love the dress you wore to go and see the CBN governor. And she said, when she walked into the office, her colleague said, that dress anytime I see you wear this dress, I know that you are going to win. So I asked her, why do you think he said that? She said she realized that the dress makes her feel very confident. And so anytime she has big events, projects that she's working on, that is the dress she normally wears, even though she wore the dress last week. So ask yourself, what is it that makes you feel cool? Is it the eyelashes? Is it the red lipstick? Is it the nice, shapely fitted dress? Put that dress on and affirm yourself with the dressing. Affirm yourself with your quotes. Affirm yourself with your support group. I have a phenomenal support champion at home, my spouse. As I'm sitting down here, he sent me a text. You are amazing. right? Who is that person? Is it your mom? Is it your husband? Is it your besto? Whoever it is that can affirm you, find them and ensure that you surround yourself with them. So show up, keep showing up, affirm, acknowledge, be aware. And sometimes we're not confident because we don't know what our strengths are. Last year, I did a course that was put together by one of the speakers here, Fulusho Badamosti. She's a strengths coach. And I went through that program. And as someone who's been in business for over 20 years, I still found things that I didn't know about myself in that course. And I would charge all of you here, if you're here, to go and sign up for that course so that you can be more conversant with your strengths. When you're conversant with your strengths, your confidence level rises. So embrace it, acknowledge, be aware, acknowledge it, but do not accept it, affirm yourself, and keep showing up. I'll tell another story. During the lockdown, there were so many Zoom programs, and a newspaper house decided to do a program that had about 12 men as speakers. That poster was shared on a platform of women, of maybe 100 women. The women on that group are inspirational women, successful women, MDs on conglomerates, and there was an uproar on the group. How can so-and-so publishing house dare to put together a program where there were only men? Are they saying there are no women? Is that what they are saying? And so one of the women on the group decided to reach out to the publisher of this newspaper and said, we saw this poster and we think that it's wrong for you guys not to have any women representation. Are you saying you couldn't find any women? And he said, to be honest, when we reach out to women, they would say to us, they would get back to us. They will say to us, let me go and talk to my husband. They will say to us, we're not yet ready. I'm not sure I can do it. But if you call a man, he has not even told you, you have not even told him the topic. He says he will do it. You haven't even told him the date. He said he will do it. And what are we saying? The men are showing up. And when the woman came back on the group and said, this is what she found out from the publisher of the newspaper, another woman on that group said, I organize programs mostly monthly. It's always very tough for us to get women to come on to the program. So when you show up, you need to also lean in. When you show up, you need to what? Lean in. So sometimes we get admitted onto that job, but when we are there, our MD doesn't know us. When we're in that role, they don't even know that we exist. Your supervisor doesn't know what you're doing. You don't hoot your own horn. You don't talk about your achievements. And what is it? When those opportunities come, they don't remember you because there's no presence. And so unfortunately, you're not leaning in. This reminds me of a very famous book written by Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook. And if you haven't read the book, please get it. Small book and easy to read. So I've called 2 books now, Showing Up for Life by Bill Gates Sr. and Lean In. And Lean In is really about a philosophy about how women can be in positions. We've gotten to a place where we are not getting those offers. But when we get into those spaces, what do we do with the space that we have? Sometimes we are there, but we don't lean in. And leaning in is just basically just stepping out a little bit so you can be seen, right? Let your voice be heard. In the space where you are, is your voice being heard? Mommy said she came out and she said she wanted to work on, and the man looked at her and said, you're not an engineer. What did she do? She leaned in. So you can't be successful without leaning in. You can't. How do you want to be presented? I saw a flyer where I was described as a beauty entrepreneur. And I said, no, change it. I am founder, CEO, House of Tara. Change it. And I know why. Because there's a difference between you calling me just one beauty. Are you kidding me? I started an entire industry that didn't exist in Nigeria, right? That industry didn't exist. I built it from the scratch, and then you just want to reference me as a as a beauty entrepreneur? No. This is the company that I founded, and I must be recognized for that. And so sometimes we have to speak up. And that's what Mommy said she did. She spoke up. She's come out and said, the man tried to discourage her, but speaking up is also about leaning in. I watched a video recently talking about how women can go into a meeting and, decision-making meetings, and they don't speak a word. They spend their time taking notes. And the charge was, don't take notes, take notes. Don't take notes, take notes. What is it really about taking notes? It's really about giving a posture of, I'm a secretary. I'm here to serve you people, as opposed to a posture of authority. sitting up, giving eye contact. That is posture. So when you show up, lean in, occupy space, take space in the room, walk in and take space. Don't walk in and be quiet. And this is not about aggressiveness. This is about assertiveness. I am present. I am here and I am present. And I should be recognized. There are times where, of course, in a meeting, you don't really have anything to contribute. But let me advise you, even if you don't have anything to contribute, make the point to acknowledge what somebody else has contributed. If you don't have anything to contribute, it means that other people have made points that you agree with. If you do have points that they've agreed, acknowledge them, but not just acknowledge them in your heart, acknowledge them through your words. That way, in that meeting, you've also spoken. So what are we saying? Show up, lean in, take space, occupy space, let your voice be heard. We're still going to continue to affirm ourselves, and you need to find what it is that helps you to affirm yourself. So after showing up, and you've had multiple opportunities to show up, you've had opportunities to speak up, it's not enough to just lean in. It's also important for you to appreciate where you are. Falake referenced gratitude. And like you know, I'm sure she said it over and over again, gratitude is very important for her. It's helped her with her perspective. She came into this role at a very difficult time. But rather than look at it as, oh, this role is so difficult, she's changed her perspective and she said to herself, I am here for the benefit of those who have brought me into this. I advise you, borrow their belief. Borrow their belief. They believe in you, borrow it. And that's exactly what happened to this young woman. She sat at that table, but then continued to undermine herself because she didn't see her value. But guess what? She decided, okay, if I don't believe in myself, Tara believes in me, and the board believes in me. So I'll open my mouth and speak. And really, what the value she was bringing was to say, I'm younger, and the demographics that House of Tara is selling to today, I know what is happening in the market. That is the value that I bring to the table, but reassuring and reaffirming herself. I had the same challenges. I remember speaking at WIMBIS, a WIMBIS conference about 12 years ago. And as I stepped up, I got a standing ovation. And as I stepped up the stage, a woman walked up to me and said, wow, that was amazing. You were phenomenal. But you know, when I heard your fella drill to his wife, I said, well, he must be coaching you at home. And immediately felt deflated. And some people say, why shouldn't you be proud? Well, I was already an orator before I married Fela. I was in secondary school. So it's not Fela that was teaching how to speak. Unfortunately, here it was as a woman, and the biases that we experience is that it cannot be that Tara can be that eloquent. It has to be her husband that's teaching her. Now, not giving credit to Fela. Fela is a great guy. You know, I think so, right? But guess what? This is what happened. And the minute she said that to me, I felt deflated, and I felt every time I didn't want to take speaking engagements anymore because I didn't want people to think that it's because of, and this happens to us. Sometimes it's not about us, it's the external factors around us that makes us feel small, that makes us feel that we are not up to the task. But I yet again have to speak to myself to say, people have invited, WIMBIS has invited me, not because I'm Fela Duroto's wife. They invited me because they felt that this is somebody who has achieved X and X and X. And you have to know what your achievements are. Affirm them, speak them to yourself, and use them as a way of telling your own story. I will tell one last story before I close. The first time I was going to get a bank loan, the MD of the bank, I was introduced by a woman to the MD of that bank. When I got to the bank MD, he asked me if I had a collateral for my loan. And I did tell him I had my stock as collateral. He immediately said to me, unfortunately, they can't give stock as collateral, but why can't I ask my husband for a collateral? So I said to him, sir, with all due respect, if my husband came to you for a bank loan, would you ask him to ask me for a collateral? And we both kept quiet because I wanted him to take it in. So ladies, when you see biases against women, speak up. He immediately realized what he had said was off. He apologized. And there are times where we need to speak up when we see biases. And the men in the audience, I would like to charge you. Statistics have shown that when men speak up about biases against women, they are more respected and they're more referenced. So please, if you do have the opportunity to speak up for women and the biases that we experience, please do so. But if there are no men in the room, women, please go ahead and speak up. And so I did speak up to that MD, and I said what I said to him. I got the loan, and I'm happy that I did. Long relationship with that bank many, many years after. So these external biases are real. right? The same bias that Ms. Abdul faced when she was referenced as not an engineer. But my last charge to you is you cannot reference self doubt with inaction. You have to reference self doubt with action. You have to speak up, take action because it's the buster of your doubts. Take action, it's the buster of your doubts. Step out, step forward, lean in, do it afraid, or just do it. Thank you very, very much, Ikeja Electric. I love your energy, and God bless you guys.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that was an incredible session. I believe she deserves a round of applause. Please send all the claps, send all the claps. She'll be get.
Wow,
Let her
wow,
get
wow,
so much
wow.
claps that our internet will provide rating.
Tara, well done. Sorry, I had to do that. It's not my turn. Larry, over to you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, thank you so much, man. One more time, we are eternally grateful. At this point, we'll just take the question and answers because we have some questions already. We'll just take questions and answer, and I'll be introducing, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful co-host, and she's the queen of this event for today, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Queen Oma. Over to you.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Mrs. Durotoye, because you made Larry introduce me appropriately after that wonderful session. Um, Very quickly, we have 5 questions in this segment. The first question is, who was the first female to drive a car in Nigeria?
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just quickly take that again. So sorry, ma'am. We'll be having the Q&A now. So we're going to have our very own Mrs. Drotoye. Please, I hope you just take down all of our questions. So we'll have you answer all of them together. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot wait for too long. Let's do it as it is hot. Yeah, as it is hot. Please, what's as it is hot in English? As it is hot. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be reading out the questions right now. And the question is, what are the most effective ways to counteract the negative stereo of feminism, especially in the workplace? That's the first question. And the next question is,
How would you address the cultural issues that form the background for the gender pay gap?
and then the last question is, how should women respond to being shut down in meetings when it's not like their internet turn off? How should they respond when they don't have internet problem? Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. I didn't get the first question, so you'd have to read it again, but let me respond to the last question if you're sure.
Over to you, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Okay. I didn't hear the first question, but I'd like to respond to the last question quickly. If you get shut down, I would advise that after the meeting, I would have a conversation with the person who shut you down. Okay? And in a very without emotion, without drama, and have a nice smile on your face when you're speaking to show that you're measured how you feel and how you're responding. And explain in a very articulate manner, okay, and ensure that you explain it in an articulate manner, give eye contact. We talked about posture earlier on, and speak in a way that the person doesn't feel there's an aggression. I promise you, people who generally shut people down at meetings or whatever are usually bullies, and bullies only respond to you. Future, if you really wanted to do this, I would suggest that you do it this way or that way if you're trying to get this message across to me. And that's what I'd say on that. In terms of cultural biases, this is our world. This is the country that we live in, the society that we live in. I think that we just have to keep going. And going like the example I gave of when I had a conversation with the bank MD, you'd respond sometimes you don't have to respond, but you just do what you've got to do. So we look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, right? She came from a country where these and this and this are issues, right? She grew up in the village for many years, right? But regardless of that, she decided that I'm not going to allow these external forces to stop me from continuing to achieve. So go in there and give it your best shot, give quality work, be excellent at it, and do it over and over again. It may be hard, but that's what the women before us had to do. It's easier now for us than it was for them. And so it's our own turn to show up so that other women can also have an opportunity as well.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the first question that you did not hear clearly, I would like to repeat myself. It says, what are the most effective ways to counteract?
Larry, you're muted.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll just ask the first question. So sorry, we lost our audio, but thank God we found it. Right now, the question is, what are the most effective ways to counteract the negative stereotype of feminism, especially in the workplace? That's the question.
Okay. So feminism, I think a lot of times, if you ask people what the word feminist or feminism really means, a lot of people don't know, right? And it's unfortunately, many times people are actually feminists, but they don't realize that they are feminists. They don't realize. So I think it's about education. Okay, it's a responsibility to educate, and really, what is feminism is really about believing in equal opportunities for women. So it's our responsibility to have those conversations in the organizations where you work at. Be champions for women equality. Engage your CEO if it's a man, right? And engage your head of department. But don't be that person who just talks about it by the silent and complains about it. Be the one who initiates interventions and suggestions that help to reduce and create more awareness and rights for women as well within the organization.
All right, thank you very much, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe our very own Tara Feladuro deserve a round of applause. Please help me thank her. Help me thank her. Thank you, man. Thank you for being a blessing to this generation. Thank you for changing the lives of so many, not just with the words of your mouth, but also with your resources. Thank you so much for impacting so many lives, even without you knowing. Thank you for sharing part of your wealth of experience with us. We are eternally grateful. We are so, so grateful. And like she said, please, women, be yourself, be sincere, be true to yourself. And I don't know if I should say this now. Please, be yourself in every way you can, please. On Facebook, be yourself. On Instagram, be yourself. Your name is Tina in real life. Your name is Tintin on Facebook. Your name is Tina Sexy on Instagram. Please, we beg you. Can you be one person? Be one person. Please, please, be one person. And God will honor you. That's part of what we are talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we'll be taking it a step further. And of course, I see I have my delectable Queen Omo here. Very quickly, she will just... I feel like giving out something. So, I'm about to bring up somebody. But before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, this person is, I don't even know how to address him. This particular song, I want to dedicate it to this person, because if you hear this song and this person, they are of the same tribe. Are you ready? And all you need to do is just tell me. All you need to do is just tell me the title of this song, and then you will get a special prize from me because this song is dedicated to the next speaker. Are you ready? Play it. Who can, if you know the speaker I'm about to invite with this song, you get a prize. If you know the speaker I'm about to, not the artist, the name of the speaker I'm about to invite with this song. The speaker that befits this chorus. The name of the speaker. The name of the speaker. All right, bring it down. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to call the winner. If you look at our panelists, there's only one man dressed like the real of Lelele of Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have him here in our midst. And I'm so happy to meet him at various and several events. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll let my Queen Omo do me the honor by inviting this person. And the winner for this segment, the winner for this segment is Ifoma Yamure. Ifoma Yamure, congratulations to you. Well, I'm so sorry I bastardized your other name, but yes, when your name has so much consonant in it, we find it hard to pronounce as Yoruba people. Thank you. Over to you, Bisola.
Okay, thank you guys, thank you, Mrs. Duratoye. That was a very, 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 very wonderful session. Um, is the CEO coming on? Pardon?
Yes, please. I'm so sorry. I'm interrupting you here. Tara has to go because she has another engagement. And I felt it was important. I just acknowledge and recognize and appreciate her because she won't be able to stay with us the whole time.
Okay.
Tara, thank you so
Since
much.
Mrs. Duratoye has to
I know
leave,
that you had a good time today, and you still took us. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the inspiration that you gave the team. I'm sure the men are also inspired. And I'm going to also use this opportunity to also point out the things that you always do. Like even while you were speaking, you still sent me a message like, "I keep smiling." You noticed that she acknowledged mommy. She's always lifting people. She kept on acknowledging and referencing mommy. Thank you so much for that. She spoke about Folusha's strength and what Folusha is doing. She also showcased Folusha's work. And the truth is that everything Tara has said is what she does. I know how she calls me to encourage me. She's an amazing connector. She's a communicator, like we've all seen today. And I'm super proud of you. I met Tara 21 years ago. She did my wedding makeup. And she was actually very tiny. And she was actually very passionate. And the reason why I'm saying this story is she's actually speaking from what she's doing. She's just not talking. I remember when we went to the practice for the makeup. There was no light in her house, and she used a candle, and she kept on shaking. She's very passionate about, trying to do the makeup. That was 21 years ago, and today you can see what she has achieved. So Tara, thank you. I'm really proud of you. Thank you. I'm very honored to have you. I'm sure the women will have like to have you a lot of the things you shared with us today, and I continue to wish you all the best. Please, when you finish, we'll appreciate if you can join us again at the end. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, CEO. Mrs. Duratoye, is she still with us? Thank you very much, Ma. We're very, very grateful for the time you spent with us today, and we do hope this will not be the last. So moving on, this is a first in the history of International Women's Day in Ikeja Electric, where we're bringing on a quintessential gentleman. He's the co-founder and group CEO of RED for Africa.
the continent's leading one-stop storytelling shop with the largest portfolio of youth-focused media brands, including Red Media. The Future Awards Africa and whyniger.com of the intersection of media, democracy, and social change. He has been profiled by Forbes and CNN as the man who helped elect a trifecta of presidents in Africa. His journey in media and television began under the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, with advocacy for youth and good governance. He later became the presenter for Economic Watch at 17 and producer of Nigeria International, which aired in Nigeria, the US, and Europe at the age of 19. The last 18 years, he has storytelling to shape perceptions and ultimate outcomes. The co-founder of Enough is Enough, Nigeria's foremost civic participation platform, the premier voice for young people in politics. He later resigned as the board chairman to steer the rebranding of the current Nigerian president, Muhammadu Buhari, through a realigned national discourse and optimized media engagement, changing long-standing perceptions and swaying the elections. Speaker, team skills also helped Ghana's opposition candidate, Nana Akufo-Addo, presidency on his third. They proceeded to Francophone Africa, where he also served President Macky Sall of Senegal to extend his presidency into his second term. A thought leader, delivered keynote speeches from league schools, including Harvard, Columbia, Yale, and Oxford University. To address one of the addresses at the Obama summit, we all know about this. It went viral and earned a rare standing ovation from the U.S. president back then, Barack Obama. He's also a Mandela Washington Fellow, British Council Global Changemaker, and Oxford Business School Fellow. Our guest speaker has been named by Forbes as one of Africa's best entrepreneurs under 30 and is a recipient of the CNBC Young Business Leader of the Year Award. In 2018, he was bestowed Marketing Edge Innovative Leader in PR and Image Management Award and awarded an Archbishop Desmond Tutu Fellowship in South Africa and Oxford. If I keep reading this gentleman's life, of us, I think a lot of us will feel very, very jealous. So I think I'll just stop there. So despite his very busy work schedule, this exemplary gentleman finds time to inspire hope and faith from Africa to the world with his message of enterprise, leadership, and yes, I almost broke the internet over the weekend. If you know, you know, right? He's the voice for young people on politics and an expert at branding presidents. Is none other than Mr. Debola Williams. Call him the only man who looks spiffy in his signature Shokoto and Buba and can still look good in the boardroom with Shokoto and Buba. Also, yesterday was his birthday, so we wish him a belated happy birthday, and we thank you for joining us today. Over to you, Mr. Williams.
And it is great to be with you all today. Thank you. It is always a pleasure to be on a speaking slot, every year. I think there's a playback. So, excellent. Thank you. It's always great, a day after my birthday because I have come to where I am today on the shoulders of many women. Women have a special gift of seeing you when you are a seed Men see you when you're a tree. Women see you as a seed, then they put into you, nurture you until you're a seed, until you're a tree. The men can help you expand. Women can also help you expand. But you see, the most important part is when you're a seed, when people can march over you, when no one sees you, people are looking above, but you're so small. And so I am always honored. And even though I had a big weekend, I took on this knowing what my weekend would be like, because it is important that I do this in honor of all the great women whose shoulders I have stood on, who have carried me on their backs, and who have passed me on to one another, helping me get to where I am today. So I thank you, Ikeja Electric. Folake, thank you so much for inviting me. Abisola, for inviting me. I'm glad to be here. I listened to Mrs. Mochisola, and I couldn't be more inspired. So some people might hear her speaking a lot about God, and think, oh, why do you speak about God, in the workplace or in the professional life? But you see, we all need an anchor. And I have found God and the Holy Spirit since I was 14, and my life has not been the same. So if you're on this call and you're wondering why Mrs. Winston was talking about God, well, everything you see about me today, it was the fact that I gave my life to Christ at 14. That was the year that my life began to take a different turn. So, join mommy, and Tara as well, who's also, a worshiper, and follow God. I will quickly go into I've been asked to speak about how to be a woman of influence today. And, it's not a topic I'm foreign to. And I'll tell you in simple terms. To be a person of influence, you need to have relationship skill. Take it or leave it. Influence is about people. You can't influence books, it's written already. You can't influence this door, or maybe you can open it and that's it. But if you want to have influence, it's in the space of humanity. It's in the space of people. You have to be able to engage human beings and get them to do what you want them to do. So maybe to lighten this up, I was going to do this later, but maybe I'll do it now to start. It's always good to give. When you give, people pay attention. Give 3 people how to win friends and influence people. So if you haven't read the book, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Actually, 1 question, and let's see the fastest fingers. 1 question. How old is my company Red? How old is our company Red? 5, 4, 6, no. How old? I doubt it, Nate. 15. 15 was near enough. Let me give you a clue. Whoever said 6, let me see. Hold on, let me see if there's an answer yet. Okay, I don't see the answer. Okay, all right. Franklin Amakude, Red is 16 this year. We are 16 years this year. So Franklin gets to win. The person that said 15 as well, we can give that person. So those 2 people, get to win a copy of How to Win Friends and Influence People from me. Influencing is a core relationship building skill. For you to be able to influence, you have to know how to make friends. You have to know how to win friends, how to be interpersonal. And so I'm going to spend a bit of time talking about well, I have a question for you. When you were born, could you speak English or Yoruba or Igbo? When you were born, could you walk? When you were in high school, did you know mathematics before you started school? Did you know biology? No, you learned it because it's a certification that confirms that you're capable to go to the next level in life. That's the same thing with relationship skill. It gives that edge. It gives you that certification to continue to open doors that helps you accelerate your talent, helps you accelerate your future. Relationship is everything. There are gatekeepers everywhere you go. There is nothing you want to do in this face of the earth that you do not need mostly a human being to sign, to say yes, to say no, to agree. You must at every point in time be able to influence people. Even at the office, a healthy relationship environment creates positive vibes with your colleagues. It helps you flourish better at work. It creates a flourishing relationship between you and your CEO, between you and your boss. Positive relationship with senior members of your management team gives you an opportunity to influence them for your promotion. And there is nothing wrong with that. There is something called sponsors in the office space. We all need sponsors who are in rooms where we are not, who can chip in a word for us. A good relationship is the foundation for your talent or your competence to receive acceleration. You might be a great member of staff doing your work well, but if you don't have a fine reporting system, a fine system that showcases everybody, and it is not possible to have that system. But when you have sponsors, when you have line managers who you have good relationship with, who are able to remember you because of the relationship you have built with them. So relationships are accelerators. For you to influence anyone, you might need access first. And so it gives you access to a world of opportunities to influence people for your benefit. So to be a woman of influence, you must focus on building relationships. Oftentimes, relationship is about groundwork. You must do the work. You must first of all ask yourself, what is my why? Then you ask yourself the how question. You ask yourself the what question. Then you come to the who question. For you to be able to use your influence, what do you want to use your influence for? The first question is, why am I here? Why am I where I am? Why do I do what I do? Why do I come to work? Why do I do anything? When you know your why, then you design your how. How do I get to this why? Oh, so I'm a doctor. How I'm going to achieve that is this. What do I need for that how? The next point for me is, who do I need? When you identify the people you need, then you can begin to strategize how to build a relationship with them so you have access, and then you influence them based on. Now, for you to be able to influence people, there are certain things that you must have, and one of them is reputation. Reputation is the stock in trade for influence. People must know you for something. If they know you as a good liar, you can influence them to do things that they need liars for. If they know you as a man of integrity, of sincerity, genuinity, dependable, decisive, compassionate, if they know you as a man of excellence, if they know you as a talented person, and when I mean man, I mean man or woman, I'm not being gender specific, but maybe for this context, I would even keep using woman. Because I begin to want to just, normalize, because we need to normalize greatness and not always zero into genders. But woman, when they know you as a woman of honesty, of principle, like Mrs. Mojisana said, they knew she could deliver. They knew there was excellence. So if she told them, I would deliver 52,000 bags of cement, even though she had capacity to produce 10,000, they would not ask her if she has that capacity. They will not ask her if she has the cement ready. They already trust her reputation. So you want to begin to ask yourself today, what reputation do I have? What do people think of me? How do I see myself versus how people see me? Because even Jesus asked his disciples, who do people say I am? You must at every point in time be able to ask yourself, who do people say I am? Sometimes you're shocked that you don't get the things you think you deserve because perhaps you're not who you think you are. So reputation is key in being a person of influence. Resilience is key, and I'll tell you why. In building relationships, people will tell you no. In building relationships, people will look down on you. In building relationships, people will not even give you access. Why? Because you're building up. You're looking for relationships that are strategic, that are higher than you, or that are at a peer level, but have reasons to help you scale up. Not because you don't care about the people behind you, but because you also need to be able to get on to pull other people up. So in actual fact, there is a responsibility upon you to get out of the bottle so you can take other people with you. So you must be resilient. Kamala said, I eat no for breakfast. I eat no for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. People tell me no all the time. I don't give up. You say no to me today, I find another way, if I think you're important, to be networked. But you know one rule as well in building relationships? You have to be ready to give. For you to be able to build a relationship with anyone, give of yourself. You cannot receive if you don't let go. You've got to be able to open up your own hand and give out. Give something. When I meet people, I shower them with love. Below, beneath, above, equal, standard. Because that's my cardinal rule. I enjoy it. I enjoy loving on people. So I do that. But you also then meet people who you want to build relationships with. You go a step further to heighten and be more strategic. Because you can't have influence without people. You know that auntie you call and say, oh, auntie, I'm going to the embassy. Can you help me with the ambassador? Oh, that you're using their influence. It's their influence you're using. But you know what? You also have a bit of influence because you have an auntie who can do what you ask her to do. That is influence. It's as simple as that. What you need to learn today is just how to use your influence strategically. And for you to use your influence strategically, you need to ask yourself your why, your what, your how, your what, and your you, your who. Because you already influence people. You already influence your sibling, your mom. You do it one way or the other. So the next thing I'm going to tell you about now is you need to now define what is your style of influencing people. You must have a style. Know your style so you can use your style. Some people are direct in their approach. Direct. They tell you straight up. But you see, if you're a direct person, you need to have charisma, you need to have solid reputation, so that when you speak, people can listen to you. And because of your existing reputation, they do not doubt you. If you're direct, be charming. Many people who are direct are not ready to negotiate. So you've got to have your facts right. You've got to come correct. Come with a higher argument. Some people are persuasive, speaking about higher argument. You're not coming to direct and command people, you engage, you discuss. That's how you influence people. Pay attention to your influencing skill and use it. Some people are inspirational. It could either be inspiration by reputation or inspiration by what you say. But for you to be inspirational, you've got to know something. You've got to have the words. To work on your speaking skills. You need to read a lot. You need to pay attention to what goes inside of you. You need to think about how you sound. You need to stand in front of the mirror and speak to the mirror. You need to use your friends, your family, speak to them, convince them. Before I go on a speech, I will read today I'm speaking from the heart. But usually before I present anywhere in the world, I would have my speech. I will read it to my friends. I will send it to them. I have a brain trust of people. Listen to these things, it's key. I have a brain trust. So I get my team to write me a speech. They write me the speech. The speech is like my foundation. Many times I will not use it. I will rewrite that speech. Then I will now take it. So this morning they wrote me a speech. I opened it, I closed it, I'm not using it. But I like that they write me a speech. It's my backup. The day that I'm not feeling up to it, I can just read it to you. Then I rewrite the speech. Like this morning, I wrote the speech, but I'm still not using it. I might go to it at some point, but it's here. But anyway, my time is almost done. And then I have a brain trust of people who I know will criticize me harshly. I want them to criticize me harshly. So I send them my speech. They tear it apart. When they don't tear it apart, I'm like, yes, jackpot, I've done it. But there was a time they used to tear it apart. Now they don't tear it apart anymore because there's an evolution. based on all the criticism that they have given me. They've hit me hard, fire, and it has refined me. And now my speeches are hotter because I have been through the fire. People ask me how long it took me to get ready for my Obama speech, and I tell them a lifetime. Because for every time I spoke in those small rooms, for every time I spoke to my friends, to the church, in Ebute Metta, in Ajanbadi, in Victoria Island, at LBS, at Harvard, at Yale, at Chicago, all those prepared me for the European Union, for WTO, for Obama, and many more. So you must get ready. To build relationships, you must prepare yourself. Now, the other way to be a person of influence is collaborative. You come open hand, let's do it together, but you know that there's a way you want to do it. But you come and collaborate with people. You join them, you discuss, you go, and you try to lead them to where you want them to go to. So you know your influencing style. It's important to know your influencing style and then stay there. When you know your influencing style, then you know your why. Am I here? How am I going to get to where? To this my why. This is my why. This is my purpose in life. What do I need? And who are the people that can provide me the things I need? So you now take that to scale to this who are the people. You already know how to influence. I just need you to be more strategic. I'll tell you something. The same time with your regular friends, gisting, eating pepper soup, playing with whatever it is, makeup, or driving cars around, or whatever it is that you do with your friends. The same time you spend with them is the same time you spend with a more strategic group of friends. You will share the same friendship with them. If you move from being friends with only Ijoma that you went to school with, and you became friends with Folake Shweto, the MD of Ikeja Electric, who has a network that can benefit you, you are not going to be shocked of friendship love. You will do for her what you do for a friend. You will commit to her what you commit to a friend. It's just that you've made friends in a circle that can help you develop. Because Folake knows things that you need to know. Yomi Awoboku knows things that you need to know. Folusho knows things that you need to know. So you want to sharpen yourself by being friends with people who can sharpen you. The Bible says iron sharpeneth iron. It's not a mistake. It's not random. So you're not being strategic and being evil because you're going to also give of yourself. Remember, I said one cardinal rule about influence and relationship is giving. I have never felt poor in my life. Even when I did 101, when I did 010, can I see a white bar? Those who know what I mean, just give me a hand. If you know what 101 is and 010, I don't think Folake knows it, but some people here, they know what I mean. When I was that, I was not poor. I gave of myself. I gave of my service. I had no money, but I served people. And because if you make people laugh, you can get them to do anything. I was Chichester. People were happy to see me. And it got me to eat. It got me to, be at least okay. Then at some point when I became 17, my friends, I said to myself, no longer want to be the jester, I want to be the inspiration. I said it to myself and I changed, I switched. And I moved from making my friends laugh to teaching my friends. I moved from making the older people laugh to teaching them things. I will go and sit at the feet of other older people, learn from them, and come back and teach other people, and they saw me as the path. So women, you must be deliberate. I'm speaking to you as a man, a human. So remove that is Adebola male speaking to you. Focus on a human being. These are the skills. These are the ways. I've never felt poor. When I could give, I started giving. Until I die, I will give of my talent, of my time, of my money, of my possessions. Because that is why I'm here. I think about myself in the ecosystem of the world. You've got to ask yourself, what is your position? What is your reason for being here? What is the situation here? I have, I think, 5 more minutes, so I'll run through something. As a person who wants to influence, you've got to Build relationships. To build relationships, you've got to identify the people you want to meet. You've got to find where they are and go to where they are. If you're in church, go to church. If you're speaking at a conference, go to the conference. Follow the people you want to befriend on social media. Don't focus alone on people above you. Focus on people who are slightly above you or your peers who are doing better than you, because you want to build relations. I have some networks I don't joke with. They teach me. They help me grow. It's important. Go to parties. When you go to parties, because you cannot meet them in your house, go to parties with knowledge. You've got to know the people. When you get into a party, I'll teach you a quick thing I do. When you get into a party, you want to network. Be bold. Say hello. Give a kind word. Don't be stingy with praise. Tell someone they're beautiful. It doesn't take anything away from you. Make a joke. Oh, I'll take this shoe home. I want this your shoe. When the man that came on Saturday, I knew my bride was going to be 30 minutes late because, all of you know. So when I saw the man, I said, Daddy, I said, Daddy, but I broke him down because he was ready to come and say, I'm here, I'm going. I disarmed him. It won't cost you anything to tell another woman she's beautiful. You see, you are that woman is also looking at. You think she's beautiful, she's looking at your beauty as well. Because you must come correct. Every time you go out, you must show up. Show up when you go to places. Even if you don't have the finest robes, make your robe as fine as well. Bobby told a joke on Sunday. On Saturday, he said when he met me, I was walking on Allen. He saw me trekking to their office. Then he saw me, I stopped to buy pure water to wash my face. That's what I used to do. When I would take Okadas to meetings, I will hold my jacket so that the smoke of the Okada will not touch it. Listen to these things I'm saying. It's important because I am that detailed. I take my jacket. I don't wear my jacket on my shirt because the smoke of the Okada will touch my jacket. So I will fold my jacket and hold it. When I get to where I'm going, I will go first straight to the bathroom. I'll clean my shoes because it's dusty. I'll wash my face because the wind has brought sand on my face. I'll put water on my hair because the wind has left some brownish things on my hair. Then I will wear my jacket. I have a hand lotion in my bag. I will put on my hand lotion. I have a small perfume. I'll put on my perfume. I have a hairbrush. I will brush my hair. Then I will go to the reception as a new man. And I will open my shoulders, open my voice. Hi, my name is Adepola Williams. I'm here to see so and so. I was not faking it. I was being real. Watch the interview with Chioma Chuka. Chioma speaks about how women are being harassed, raped, what happened to her. Like, women are, there's a big problem, a pandemic around how we treat women in our country. Don't act as if you're not aware. I never deny my situation. Let them hear about the who held the colonial masters by their glories until they came, and that woman has given birth to the likes of the likes of Tarajo. Let them hear about Efusheton and Niwara. The one who tracked Miss Sojourning was the highest. She was trading guns and men were coming to her. The white men were on the job, on their talent. Teach them to see themselves as people, as human beings, beyond their body curves. Teach them that it's about what they bring to the table, it's about value. Teach them, teach your friends. Don't take it for granted and just focus on younger women. Teach your friends. And let's not act that we don't know that women can be victims. Teach them to know. But you know what you should teach them as well? Teach them not to be ashamed. Teach them that shame is for the weak. Teach them that shame is a bondage. Teach them forgiveness. Teach them healing. Teach them that healing elevates them. Teach them gratitude. Let them be grateful for every experience, every situation, every opportunity. Teach them. Let them know that this has happened to me for a reason. This has happened to me for a calling. This is where I'm going to. You see, the problem is that when situations happen to us, we let them happen to us, but they have happened for us. Teach them to rise above the situations that has happened to them and make something of it. Teach them not to lose the lessons of the moment. Everything that happens has come with a lesson. Let them learn the lesson and take the lesson and turn it into a blessing. And this is not about rhyming. This is what it is. Teach them not to be victims of themselves or society. And remember daily, every woman on this call, you are salt, you are light. Salt that is not useful is thrown out. Bulb that burns is changed. If you dim your light, if you stop adding value, if you start shrinking yourself and not seeing yourself in the bigger scheme of things, how you affect your community, your state, your nation, your country, your world, your continent, if you don't see yourself in the bigger picture, like the tree without fruit, you will be cut off. Like salt that they throw away, you'll be thrown out. Like bulb that they change, you will be replaced. Remember your position. And so when you get out of this call today, be a person of influence to the society by your reputation, be resilient, build a solid network, get access into rooms, get people to speak on your behalf, accelerate your talent, and remember those behind you. Pull them up, because that is why we are all here. We are all ladders to the top for every one of us. I thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today, and I thank all the women, Folusho, Falake, Mrs. Mojisola, the men, Yomi, Mr. Odusi, everyone on this call, allies of women, Please, women, make men your allies. When you see a man who is supporting women, push them forward. You do not see a beer advert with women often. If you want to cause behavior change in the society, you have to use the tactic that leads that demographic to change their behavior. So please, women, charge men, find them, bring all of us together, make men also help you get other men to do better. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much. God bless you. And God bless the women of our country. And shout out, of course, to my lovely wife, Kende Williams, who is right now at the office. We both woke up and went straight to work. On the day of our registry, on Saturday, she had to be in class in the morning because she's taking exams. And then after class, she came to get married. That's the women we talk about. So a round of applause for all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are so grateful. Thank you so much. And congratulations to you on everything. I don't even know where to start from. Yeah, because I've known you since, and even me and you that. But there's a question. Someone has a question right before we move any further. Someone has a question.
Hello? Okay.
And the question is,
How do I build my confidence? Are people born with it? Mr. Williams, did you get the question?
the question is, how do I build my confidence? Are people born with it?
I did. I'm not going to lie, and I think some people are born to be confident, the same way some people are born, and they are bookish. Some people are born and they are great dancers, great actors. I have friends who are the best painters in the world, but they do not like human beings. So I understand. The audio is still on there's a feedback, just know that. So my friend who's asked that question, if you remember the point I made, that, you were not born with an understanding of English or Yoruba, you learned it. You see, confidence is like walking. You know how you crawl first? The crawling stage is when you begin to test your confidence in your family, you test your confidence in your church, in your smaller communities. Then you get up and take the toddler's foot. That's another level. They might shut you down in your family. Don't worry. Find out why. They might be shutting you down because they think what you're saying is not what they want to hear. When people shut me down, you know what I do? I go and get myself prepared to come back. So people will shut you down, but your job is to constantly go and get yourself the required knowledge, the required teaching. Do the work. You've got to do the work. You've got to learn. If it is about learning jokes, learn how to be funny. But you know what? The biggest favor you can do for yourself is never to see their nose as the definer of your capacity or your capability. Sometimes they don't see you, they will see you elsewhere. So just keep preparing, keep rehearsing, keep trying. Some are born with it, some are not born with it. But what is common amongst both is that we don't stop trying. So when they tell you no, keep going until you get a yes.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for answering that question correctly. Even
Larry, we can't hear you. If you can't hear you.
okay, okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you very much for answering that question. That was so on point. Thank you so much for making that happen. Especially when you mentioned the comedian part. I was putting myself in that shoe and I realized that's something that's actually helped me as a person. I just try as much as possible to be myself, and I was doing my thing, and then they see me and they like me and they grew with me. and they are still growing with me. Thank you so much. It's been an honor. We have another question actually.
So the second question, how do you handle a situation where you try to get closer to someone